Hello everyone, GFBup18 here. How you all doing? Alright, this is the 144 high grade Cardinal Gundam. Now if you can't tell, I bought the new high grade Sparrow a long time ago when it was brand new. And I decided, well, after seeing it in Gundam Age, which I actually enjoy. I enjoy Gundam Age. It's not where it's too bad. I thought it was going to be a lot worse, like where they would really make it more kid-like relatable. But it's kept the evenness of the Gundam franchise, so I don't think there was reason to hate. The only thing I don't like is that the first mostly that the first like generation wares or the different armors really weren't well, they didn't have, like, I don't know how to really say this. They didn't have one that had a lot of firepower. They had a lot of melee, one that had speed, which was the Sparrow, but its only weapon was a blade and the needle guns, which was a short-range, still non-range weapon. Short-range, range weapon. It was okay. Couldn't really do that much. I mean, not from what I can remember off the top of my head, but, I mean, that's just me. Oh, there goes a piece. And I thought to myself, well, its greatest enemy is the, what is it, the Zeta, wherever Diesel, uses, what is that, the Zeta, or Zetas R, or something like that, or Zetas? Oh no, the Zetas R is the repair, where it has red coating, which is stupid. They should have just gave it some real upgrade instead of making it mass-produced mobile suit. So as you can see, there's different parts from all over, and there's reasons why I put these parts on. So let's start with this. Alright, the nose cone and the blasters are obviously from the 144 no grade, or I think it was high grade back then. I think, but it was decent quality anyways. The no grade 144 Wing Zero Gundam, along with the wings here. And the only problem is with when you're messing with old kits, is that you get this. You get this little. It's too loose, and it won't stay. That's the problem with old kits. And then you can see these little side wings right here. Those are from the, I think it's called the GPO3 Gundam, and I use it as side skirts because I just thought, well, if you look at the Gaffran, its side skirts become its wings. I thought to myself, well, why not just make it the same thing? Like, the skirts become the wings, and it's like side armor, because the Sparrow didn't have a lot of armor. It was just basically a wide open, speedy guy. And this is it in its proto-strider form. And the reason is, there's a reason behind the whole proto-strider form. This was meant to be, they were trying to test out different ways and different wares where they could make the different wares transformable until they made the H2, which was the perfection. So this was the prototype to the H2. And they thought, well, why not just make the most fast mobile suit, the Sparrow, into the fastest transforming mobile suit and really give it some power. So as you can tell, it's got, I think it's like 6 thrusters. Oh, sorry, 8. I forgot about the 2 that come, and 9 thrusters on the that go back. So this thing's got some real firepower in the back. It's just launching like crazy. And then it's got a dual blade, and I'll show you why it's a dual blade. And please don't slide on me again and fall off and break. And then it's got thrusters in the side, so it's able to go side to side very quickly. And then it also has the for more acceleration, it has the arm accelerators, and that's basically help it climb or decrease. So that's about it for its thrusting and science and everything. So let me transform it. Let me get it off the action stand. And I forget where I got this action stand, but I liked it. I like the action stand with this. It's not too much, it's not too little, it's just fine. So first, you gotta put down the legs. Take out the dots, the twin dots rifle, as I like to call it. And what I had to do was, for the hands, I used I had like two high-grade RX 872 and I used that instead because the original handles were way too small to be put in the hand. So, as you can see, if I can get the other one out. Yep, see, that's the problem with this kit. It's very fragile. So let's just attach those together, and you get the twin. And then you have the shield. And the shield, I added a, from, I think it was the Astria or the Avalanche Exia. I just took the old shield part, because I wasn't using those. I was actually, the only reason I bought those was for spare parts. I don't know why I bought spare part Gundams. And so it just goes, and I use my little Dremel to make a little hole right in his arm. And it just goes right in there and fits in perfectly. Doesn't fall out at all. Fits perfectly. And then you have the side skirts. Now what you have to do with the side skirts is, the side skirts I kind of screwed up on. I kind of wanted to make them separate and make them kind of like master grade, but in high grade form. But I failed, and that's okay. But then I fixed it. So then the side armor skirt comes down. And then you have the wings, which go and close up like the old Wing Zero custom, or Wing Zero, not the Wing Zero custom, did. And I like the Wing Zero. Wing Zero was actually a very well balanced mobile suit, and it had a good transformation, as I can tell. Sorry, I had to make sure my focus wasn't out of reach. I don't like editing my videos because my editing software, it has a watermark, as you can tell from my Pac-Man is Back video, which is all for drama class. If you see any of those videos, it's all for drama class. And I'm thinking about doing a little, if you send me comments, I will answer them, like a little ask questions and review thing. And then that would just be great. Then you have the cardinal blade. I had the old what was that? The full saber, and this was when they had the full saber, when it had his little where it would grip it from this handle, and the blade of the main blade would stick out and do this. But I basically moved that tip part to here and cut it out with the Dremel, so then I could make it into a double blade where he can make, so it's like a double-edged sword. Ironically, it's a different name. And then I had a SD Sinanju, or not the Sinanju, the Snazi, or whatever it's called. And I just took the blade off it, and it's from the medieval time one. And I think if I painted it, it would have looked better, but I actually kind of like it with just a silver tone. So it looks really nice, and it looks chrome at the sunlight. It's actually really not chrome. It's actually really dark gray. Let me see if I can. It kind of looks like a dark gray, but the camera makes it look silver, and I kind of like that actually. So maybe I shouldn't have said anything. So to put it in the hand, well, the problem is the articulation is still kind of weak. I'll get into articulation in a second. Let me just put in the stand. And that was one of the problems. The stand, I was afraid that the stand wouldn't be tall enough to keep the... Why is this not going in? Alright, come on. Where's the hole? Where's his butthole? There it is. There's his butthole. Come on, Peg, go in the butthole. I mean, that's really what it is. It really is just a butthole when you really come down to it. There we go. Okay. Alright. So, you get, if I can take off the hand cover. Let's see. Come on. Don't fall apart on me yet. I am notorious for making very fragile models. Even though this one isn't the fragilest, the next few are very fragile. Even though I have transported them and taken them to model shows and shown them off. And the only thing I don't like about this model, but I kind of can live with it, is that if you can't tell, the white part right there, that's the backpack of the, I forget exactly what it was called, the Wing Zero, or it might have been the Wing Gundam, I forget which one it was. I just took a backpack and cut it off and made that. I think it was the Wing Zero, because I made the Wing Zero's backpack into this, where it was the two little side binders, where basically it can move them articulated. So let's get into articulation. You have the arm can go the same. The arm is not hindered at all. The arm is not hindered at all on this arm either. So it can shoot around. It can take down some UE, or as Vargan or Vegan or whatever their name is, vegetarians if you want it to be. If you really are dyslexic like me. The knee, let's see if I can make the, there we go. Knees can still do this, and they can go out about that far until they hit the side skirts, but it can go outside of the side skirts, and the side skirts can move, so they can move and rotate. Let me see. There we go. Sorry about that. You can move it and rotate it. So it's got that. So, and then you just put the whole thing back. There we go. I don't know why his back was leaning back. I think that was when I was trying to make it look like he was in a firing pose. Oh, and I'll mention the paints later. Then you have the wings, and I took, what I had the old Wing Zero custom high grade, 1/100 high grade, and I just took its arm pieces and took these parts out so I can make it so the wings can go like anywhere, and they can fall out for sure. Can fall out and fall pieces apart. And let me just say one little side note really quickly before I get back to this model. The Gundam age kits, they are very well. Alright, if you're gonna get any age kit, it's gonna amaze you. The Titus comes with a lot of effect parts, which I like. Sparrow is just a speedy, so if you want a really cool, sleek looking kind of bluish black, which the colors make perfect. It's not blue, it's like a purple. And those are perfect together. And I think that's all for articulation. And now back to the colors. I use some Chaos Black for the black on some parts. Or no, it wasn't Chaos Black. It was Tamiya's Semi-Gloss Black. And I used my airbrush to paint all the, I think it was black pieces. I originally painted them silver, and then I went over them with black, so then it kind of looks, you can tell in the arm, I don't know if you can tell with the camera, where it looks like it was, where it was hit with like a sword or something, and it looks like it's been rusted upon, so it looks battle worn. So as you can tell, this one's been through battles. And then I made the yellow into gold copper, which they had at my store finally, which I was waiting for a long time because I really like that color. It's a nice, good color instead of yellow. And I kept the sticker in there because I like the sticker. Don't know why, I just do. And I should have painted the shield, but then I realized, well, the name Cardinal comes just because it's a sparrow is a blue kind of bird, and like it could have been a blue bird or whatever. But Cardinal is more of a red bird, so that's where the name comes from. So that's about it. And I didn't want to paint the head much because I thought the head should stay white because it looks uniform because it goes white, white, white as one column, and then it goes white, white, white. So it kind of is linear, I would say. I don't know what the right word would be. It looks linear. And that's about it. And this is GF Bubba signing off. I'll see you at the next review. Bye.